Hey guys, Zach here from Kubota Lynchburg. Today we're going to talk about tillers. It's tiller time. So we're going to talk about the forward till versus the reverse till. So we've got two tillers here. We've got the Ironcraft, which used to be Titan Implement, but the Ironcraft tiller. And next to me, of course, as a Kubota dealership, I've got the Land Pride tiller. There's pros and cons to a forward till versus a reverse till. Now, first off, what is the main difference? Of course, it's going to be the rotation of the rotors and how the blades are cutting into the ground. So if my tractor is facing this way and I have a tiller behind it right here, the forward till is going to be going forward in the direction of the tractor. The reverse till is going to be rotating in reverse of the tractor. So on a forward till tiller, it's going to be pushing your tractor forward. If you hit hard ground like this, it isn't going to dig deep into it. It's going to kind of bounce off the surface and help you push the tractor forward. A reverse till, you have to slow down a little bit, and it's going to be going against the tractor, rotating in reverse, and it's going to dig a little bit deeper. Now, the pros and cons to each, I would say on a forward till, the nice thing is it is much less likely that you're going to damage something on it. If it hits that rock that's hidden in the ground, if it hits that root bundle that's hidden in the ground, that forward till is going to hit it and push itself up and over and back down. Whereas the reverse till is going to try to pull that rock or that root bundle up into itself and cause some damage on the inside, break a tine, bend the frame, whatever it ends up being. So the reverse till is going to pull it into itself, or it's going to jerk your tractor to a stop because it's not going to push itself over. Your tractor is going to stop because the tiller got stuck on something. So on ground that is already been tilled, already been broken, you know the ground, it's been worked well, a reverse till is ideal. A reverse till is going to dig deeper in the soil. As it pulls against the tractor, again, you do have to go a little bit slower with a tractor, it's going to dig itself down into the soil. Let's say it's going to dig 3, 4, 5 inches easier than a forward till because it's going to easily go into that. Whereas that forward till tiller is going to bounce off that surface a little bit easier. So pros and cons to each right there. Another pro and con is going to be how many tines, how many cutting blades are on each tiller. So with a forward tiller, you can actually have more blades on it because it's not requiring as much power because it's not digging as deep. So for example, our Titan ones here will actually have 6 blades on each spindle, or however you want to call it, on that inner shaft right there. And so you have more blades per side because it's a forward till. It actually requires a little less power. On the reverse till over here, you'll just see there is 4 of each compared to the 6 because you need a little bit more power, so you don't want as many blades in the ground. Now, something else that people will talk about is going to be chain drive versus gear drive on tillers. Big debate on the internet. In my opinion, there's no real winner, one versus the other. Chain drive is going to be in your housing, which powers the actual rotor. It's going to be chains running that. And on a gear drive, like the Titan is actually a gear drive, it's going to be actual gears and sprockets, driving that. Gears tend to last a little bit longer and transmit a little bit less or a little bit more power compared to a chain drive. So again, that little bit extra power helps power those 6 tines versus the 4. It's a lot cheaper to change out a chain, buy a new chain from somewhere, put a new chain on, than it is to change out gears and sprockets. So overall maintenance, 15, 20, 30 years down the road, a chain drive is actually a little bit cheaper to maintain, but we don't really see issues one versus the other. For example, Land Pride puts a 10-year chain and sprocket warranty on their tillers. 10-year warranty. That basically guarantees something's not going to go wrong with it because they're not putting out money for it. And whereas the gears are going to last just as long, if not more, you pick and choose, but gear drive is usually a little bit more expensive. So chains, perfectly fine. Gears, perfectly fine. You might as well go with a chain drive, in my opinion, unless you're getting into the big farming application. This is more about the compact, the smaller tractors. You will have heavier duty versus light duty options on them. For example, this is a light duty, where some of these over here, a little bit heavy duty built, a little bit larger shafts and spindles and everything like that. So, if you have a 20 horsepower tractor, go with this. If you have a 70 horsepower tractor, you might want to go for the heavier duty options on them. That's your differences between forward and reverse. As always, talk to your local dealership, talk to your local sales guys about which size might be best for your tractor and whether you should get that forward till to be a little bit safer, especially if you're like renting one or doing it commercially, or if maybe you should get that reverse till if you're doing garden plots or gardens that you've already handled in the past. Let me know if you have any questions about it.